Hey everyone. So I'm so excited to be back and doing this. I have a brand new computer now, a whole new setup. I'm moving to a new house soon. So anyway, I'm buying my next one. So yeah, it'll be really fun. So I just wanted to come on here and say that. So what I'm going to be talking about today is something called advanced and commitment therapy. I have my notes on the side of me, and they call that A.C.T. And so, what advanced and commitment therapy is, well, from my understanding, just from being a person learning about this, it's kind of like a way to learn to live with tinnitus, if that makes sense. And to cope with it and know that you can still live a good life while having it. So, A.C.T. is a mindfulness behavior that has been proven effective for a range of clinical symptoms like OCD, depression, chronic pain, and anxiety. And the goal of this therapy is to create a meaningful life while still having tinnitus. And that's kind of what I kind of based my whole channel on, was what's my life with tinnitus, because I wanted to share my life with you, that life can kind of keep going and going on 14 years now that I've had tinnitus. Yeah, just to see where I've come from the beginning, like you guys have seen if you've been here the last 14 years or since 2012 when I started making these tinnitus videos. So it's been a really, really long time. So, and then, so with that, the mindfulness living, that's living in the present moment and allowing you to feel your feelings so that they are so that they're able to transform our relationships with painful thoughts oh, I hate having this forever, and that's such a painful thought, because I still to this day still think about that. And it's pretty painful going on 14 years. So I can understand that. So that's kind of why I wanted to bring this up. So it can transform our relationships with painful thoughts and feelings in a way to reduce their impact and influence over our life. So that's what I did. Last night I went out for Halloween, and I went to this bar, it's a restaurant and then it turns into a bar, and I brought my earplugs with me, so I was still able to enjoy that life, but still have the ringing in my ear. I did think about it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I did think about it, and I did hear it even with my headphones or my earplugs in. I still heard the ringing, because it's mine's in my ear, head or whatever, so I can't. So that's what I wanted to share about my life and stuff. So, and then so A.C.T. and then C.B.T., which was cognitive behavioral therapy, are similar, that they can help patients break through that barrier of oh, I'm gonna have this forever, and feel the depression and all the feelings you're gonna be feeling. CBT reframes the negative thoughts you have, so it turns into a positive. A.C.T. that will improve the quality of life while recognizing not all sensations are pleasant. So still living in the moment and knowing you're going to hear this noise and it's not going to be fun. So that's kind of where so there's two ways to work on this kind of A.C.T. situation. So develop acceptance, which is very, very hard for me still after 14 years, but don't let that discourage you. Everyone's different. I'm just a different thinker, so if there's a different type of person that might want to, And then there's commitment and action towards living that your valued life, that you can keep living a life while having tinnitus, and don't let it bring you down. I've been on cruises. I was with my ex-husband when I first got tinnitus. and it was really tough on me, and it was really tough on our marriage because we were like just married, and I was in a terrible, terrible place, and I really feel that it affected my marriage and like my relationships because I did not handle that well at all, and I really think that affected my relationship with my ex-husband too. That he just couldn't take my relentless like, am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna be okay? And they're like, you're gonna be okay. Everything will be fine, and it'll go away, and you know all that stuff that they tell you and all that. So I really think, and that does hurt like your relationship. So I just don't want anyone to go through that. That's why I'm being like totally transparent right now, and I don't even know if I'm even probably gonna even edit this video just because I want to be so transparent with you guys. And then so that's why it's like accepting it and still living your life. So A.C.T has like 6 core principles. Diffusion, it is step back and observe language without being caught up in it. Acceptance, making room for unpleasant feelings and experiences, allowing them to come and go, which is a very tough one. Contact with present moment, bringing full awareness to your here and now experiences with openness, interest, and receptiveness. And then there's the observing self, the part of your mind that is able to auto-tune or whatever you are thinking of, feeling, or doing at any moment. You're able to be aware of whatever you're feeling at that moment. Values, what is significant and meaningful to you in your journey with having tinnitus. And a committed action, setting goals guided by our values, which is my values. There's 2 things that are like most important to me in my life that I take great care of, is my credit score and my values. Like I live by like my morals and my values to like the T. Like that's kind of like how I guide my life, is by like, you know, our morals and like values. So that's like another thing, the committed action, setting goals guided by our values and taking effective action to achieve them. So that's like another thing I had trouble doing. I couldn't start any goals. I was so depressed. It was pretty terrible. If you go back to seeing like my YouTube videos, I still have them up, I think. I'm bringing that channel back. So I think I hid a lot of the videos. So I don't want to make a whole new channel, but it's going to be coming back. So I'm going to be working on that. But anyway, so sorry, I had to move locations. So in conclusion, A.C.T is not about getting rid of bad feelings, thoughts, or gaining like old trauma. When we put all 6 of those principles together, it creates a psychological flexibility. The greater our quality of life, the greater our sense of vitality and well-being for our future and our fulfillment. Okay, that was it, guys. Sorry this video was kind of everywhere, but I just wanted to share like that with you because I thought that was like really important, because this is something I live with my life. Like this is literally why I created this channel, like my life with tinnitus, is to show you you can live a life still with tinnitus. So, all right, I will talk to you guys soon. See you later. Bye.